Hello, I'm Kyle Summers, and welcome back to the fourth episode of the series In Deep Conversation. Today, we're going to be talking about the immigration chaos. We welcome back the right awkward Lord Pilkington Smythe, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, hello, Summers. I'm glad to be back. Now, as the leader of the Renaissance Party, we're going to grab hold of the reins of the immigration department and take back control. For far too long, the government department has been run as a shambles. Amber Rudd was forced to resign after she was caught lying red-handedly, and it was proven as such. She was the Home Secretary from July 16 to April 2018. Now, the current Home Secretary, Savage David, he's not even white. He's probably an immigrant himself, which is a bit like the pot calling the kettle black. And it just goes to show you the shambles the department is being run as. I had to laugh to myself, as I'm sure the whole of the UK did. He returned early from holiday to deal with what he called a major incident, which was tens of people trying to get to the UK via rubber dinghies. Since November 2018, there's been some 220 attempts of people being picked up trying to get to the UK. Now, that is a very small number, but nevertheless it has to be dealt with. Now, as leader of the Renaissance Party, we are going to take back control of our borders. That means closing air, land, and sea routes into the country. Now, the age of AI, artificial intelligence, is fast approaching.
I'll be back.
And we, as a leading party, are going to make use of current modern technology, and this will be in the form of robo-drones. These airborne drones will be able to patrol our borders, and they will operate a scoop and drop system. Now, the weather can deteriorate very rapidly out in the channel, and because these robo-drones are unmanned, they're pretty robust units. They can operate in all sorts of dire conditions. Now, the situation regarding most of these infiltrators, they are coming from countries and crossing multiple borders to get to the UK. Now, this cannot continue. It's just a joke. The first safe country they come to should be the place where they seek asylum, not a choice of, well, we don't want to really stay here because we won't get any benefits or a house or stuff like that. This has all got to stop. We are not going to be giving any properties to asylum seekers, and we're not going to be giving any money whatsoever to these people. There are many citizens of the UK who are struggling on their knees begging for mercy, suffering from decades of austerity and pay cuts. And we're freely giving priority to people who shouldn't even be here in the first place. That is going to change. The Renaissance Party are going to stamp their iron clog down with force. The border control is not fit for purpose as it currently stands today. It's been left to run by people who haven't the slightest idea of how to take charge. Now, the Renaissance Party and myself, the leader, are going to implement a proper professional border control. Now, we are only going to welcome and allow professional people, doctors, nurses, and people of use. We are not going to have layabouts, thieves, rapists, terrorists, murderers, as have been allowed to, infiltrate our country.
Well, that's wonderful news,
Yes,
Lord
it is.
Smythe.
Yes.
What about people who maybe slipped through the net?
Yes, now that's a good question. There may be people who think they can slip through the net, but we're going to make it absolutely impossible for anybody to do this. Now, as I mentioned before, we're going to implement modern technology, and we're going to bring into operation multiple RoboCop surveillance units, many hundreds of units, in fact. They will be allowed to implement stop and search. They will also be fully equipped with modern technology and be able to spot any situation anywhere in the country which is taking place. Now, this will be a new approach to policing our country. They will be able to completely eradicate all this filth detritus which are riding around on scooters, terrorizing the community. People who go around spraying acid in the face of innocent people, ruining their lives, and people who carry knives and offensive weapons will be dealt with in the harshest possible way. Now, these RoboCop units will be carrying an array of modern weaponry to deploy at will and apprehend anybody who is doing wrong. Now, we're also going to revolutionize the penal and justice system, which has failed on numerous levels. Now, when this filth are caught breaking the law, the justice system will allow for the punishment to fit the crime. There will be no namby-pamby handling of this situation by the do-gooders, trying to make a stance for these people by saying, oh, well, they only really did that because they wasn't given any Smarties when they wanted them. Now, as I mentioned in, I think it was the first program in this series, we're going to bring back public stocks. We're also going to bring back public flogging and build one-man cells as they used to have in what they call the old days. Anybody doing wrong, causing mischief and grief and misery to anybody else in society will be dealt with in the harshest possible way. They will be named, shamed, and publicly humiliated to the highest level. They will be laughed at. They will be made to wear bright orange jumpsuits with their name emblazoned across their forehead and a helium-filled balloon attached to a butt plug stuck in their bottom, and people will be able to read what they have committed in society. These people need to be laughed at, and they need to be dealt with in the harshest possible manner. So, that is the Renaissance Party's manifesto, and I'm sure that the majority of the country will vote for us in the local elections.
Well, thank you very much, Lord Smythe, and I thank you for coming to the studio today. I hope you've enjoyed this program, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you will join us for the next episode in the series In-Depth Conversation.